Somebody that I put into
What's in my hair?
This guy's is that guy back? The one from the back?
And that's the condition to donate. Someone said that's his own condition.
We are not taking donations tonight. Thank you. You can keep your donation so that she can keep her hair safe. Yes, amazing. Thank you, everyone. Today we had an amazing day. Traveling from Abuja. And also we had this very energetic meeting with the Akwa Ibom Association in Ajah area. Amazing people.
Oh, great.
Yes,
great,
amazing.
Great.
They let it all out.
Wow.
The guy was saying Buhari is not coming back. And it was the right place to be at the right time.
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
And they have I think they have an event coming up December.
Yes.
And that's
in Akwa
No, in Lagos. The association will have an event in Lagos.
Oh, okay.
And we'll all be there. I hope to be there. I want to get my rapper, the judge.
I mean, by that time you'll be named F Young.
Something like that.
Oh, Okonkwo.
Young. You know anything about Akwa Ibom and Calabar is Impong and social right pong.
That's not. That's Buhari. So yes, I just want to make a brief appearance this evening. Did they make any donations?
Yes, Frederick donated $50.
But can I get my
alert phone?
My phones that get alerts. Those ones are very important phones. Oh, don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Guys. So
they have some Zenith Bank.
Yay.
Zenith Bank. Some people have been making donations. They donate on behalf of.
On behalf
of Zainab.
Yes.
Hater.
So, I was here for...
Who knows you?
I've been...
People like you not bringing money into this thing. Constance Ukamaka Okoli, 10,000 naira.
Thank you.
Abraham Abdul Salam, 5,000 naira.
Thank you so much.
Ekundayo Luayomi Moses, 1,000 naira.
Thank you.
And this is master fee. This is monthly. All these bank charges, man. It's crazy. Shekoni Babatunde Munirudin has 10,000 naira.
Ooh, thank you, Shekoni.
Adeboye Semiu, 2,000 naira. And Oyefeso Adedayo Mubolade, 25,000 naira. Thank you guys. I thank you guys so much, especially on days that we're not asking, you're giving. Yes, that's so amazing.
Yes.
So it's good to always also read.
WhatsApp messages.
Yes, WhatsApp messages. Because people always leave us messages, nice messages. My president, why don't you take Natasha to be your VP? It's a very good match. I think she has the ability and the pedigree as a lawyer and also have Russian blood. Russia. No, she's a member of APC, so she has to come to a party to be able to be VP.
So tell Natasha.
She wants to be senator, and it's too late now. When you find who are VPs, you love the person.
Him or her.
Yes. So yes. So that's one message from someone.
They didn't write their names.
So wish you all the best. Okay, that's the Natasha message again. Oh, this one is going after Nigerian youth. So this is not me talking. So Nigerian youths are too foolish. They let politicians use them for killing and stealing from them while their children, families are abroad. Mentality is what we need to change. Thanks for spreading good news across Nigeria. Thank you. That person didn't leave a message, but strong words there. We're solidly behind you. Got your number on YouTube. We're solidly behind. Take it back. AC all the way. This is a Alaba in the relay. So we're hitting the relay. I don't know when you'll be around. It's important because they said they want to blow up our whole area with take it back message. Interesting. They released some few minutes from my hometown.
Is it understood?
It's on Ondo State, yes. So somebody drawing our attention to what you say our country has become. Yeah. So someone just sent a donation from Take It Back. I mean, Zenith Bank. Wrote to me, Olamide Oyele, 5,000 naira.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Rotimi.
Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming.
Somebody sent me a message. Said, please, you should respond to that. Let me go to. You know where we get a lot of donations is GoFundMe.
Yes.
Yeah. So let me go check
We already
what
have a
GoFundMe.
Frederick.
Frederick donated.
Yes,
on
he said he
GoFundMe?
donated $50.
Wow, he will donate.
He will.
$50.
Oh, okay. We are waiting, Frederick.
Yes. Let me go and check GoFundMe here. Where's my second phone? I still have another phone. I don't trust you guys with my phone. That one, yes. Yes, thank you so much. That's Town Crier in the house. Town Crier in the house.
Bah!
Yes, Town Crier in the house, yes. So let me go to GoFundMe and see how we're doing over there. Thank
So we have
you guys.
plenty.
They keep donating on GoFundMe, which is impressive. This is my campaigns, Taking Back Nigeria movement. Today we got $260 today.
Whoa!
So we're gonna
Thank
shout
you,
out
guys.
to Joshua Bano donated $20.
Thank you, Brad.
Julie Oyefeso $100.
Thank you, Brad.
I
Thank you.
donated because I believe in you, taking us to the promised land. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you.
That's
That's so
really
sweet.
deep.
That's town.
Oluwale Awojobi $20.
Thank you.
Dave Alegbe about 5 hours ago $20. Abiodun Longe $100 ago 13 hours
Whoa!
ago.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Donan Oji $20. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Jonah.
Daniel Olausebikon, I think we mentioned that $200. That's a lot of money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it was Don Ezeogo yesterday $100. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Samuel Alabi, you gave us $350 yesterday.
Woo! Thanks,
Biomin
Sam.
Shofolaho again, we appreciate you $50. And KOJ gave us $50 yesterday.
Thank you.
Pauline, oh my God, I met this lady in Abuja and she's so lovely. You would think I've known her for 10 years. And she donated $100 as soon as she
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Pauline.
Pauline,
Yes,
Pizza,
Pauline.
Obemudia. I was trying to see if she could be on the couch with me in Abuja. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, virtually. It didn't work out.
Maybe it will.
Maybe by now, there would have been less emphasis on you.
Ah!
Oh, yeah. I can tell you,
Pauline.
would have
Pauline.
been competition.
Yes,
Hey.
on Pauline.
Peter Obemudia, $50.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
Peter.
much.
Oge E donated $100.
Thank you.
Adeniji Dowu, $23 a day ago.
Thank you.
Alexa Were, $30 a day ago.
Thank
Martin
you.
Johnson, $10.
Thank you.
Ekunda Your Money, $100. Moturayo Oluwasegun, $350.
I thought it was Mutuayo.
Yeah, if you start donating, then we have to investigate. Opelola Adegoke, $200.
Thank you so much.
Ojiwo Kocha, once again, thank you, $100.
Thank you.
Bichola Aniyi Kaye, $400. Thank you so much. So that's what
Thanks, guys.
we have. Do we have any questions from our viewers tonight?
Questions, guys. Questions.
There's a question.
What was it?
Says, please consider making, it's not a question really, please consider making Chimamanda your VP.
Chimamanda, I met her. I told you.
Yes,
we met on a plane on my way to the US last month. Pretty cool. You know,
She's not running for any.
she's not. I don't think she's interested in
There's
politics.
questions coming.
So anybody heard from Nnamdi Kanu today?
Yes.
What did he do? What was the
He
broadcast?
called you
like?
from Jerusalem.
That would have been cool.
Call me,
Oh,
bro.
really?
Call me.
He called you.
Tell him to call me. You know, it's better to call people like us than to be calling Fani Kayode. You know, Fani Kayode.
No, but he
is-
said he pledged his support for Fayoshi though.
Huh?
Said Fayoshi will have a place in Biafra. He said he's coming back and he's visiting Nigeria. Like he's going to, all hell will break loose in Nigeria. And all
Oh.
that.
When he returns.
When he
Yeah,
returns,
Yeah, I think he needs to upgrade his friends. You know, Fayose, Ifanikayode, you know.
FF people.
Yeah, it's like not exactly the kind of people you want to associate with. But he's right to choose his friends.
Yes.
And
Fundamental.
so we're happy that he's alive and kicking, and we hope to see him back whenever he returns. So that's it. That's it.
Okoloise 9794. How do I make payments to AAC?
Payment AAC, you go to aacparty.com or .org and you can make payments there. It's very easy. Yeah. There's integration. There's a payment system integrated on the website.
Yes.
Very easy.
There's a question by Fajimi Paul, and it says, "What are we doing about villages where they don't see all these online campaigns?"
We've been going to villages. As you saw us in Abuja, that village we went to in Abuja in Kwali. I don't think they watch anything online. I mean, we still saw mud houses that are built like buckets.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just 1 hour from Abuja. It's unbelievable.
I mean, they don't have power.
Power care. Even in Abuja, there's no power you're talking about. Kwali village.
Those are the kind of places you say, I'm going to my village, and after you're going to a village.
Yes. Yeah, don't talk bad about my village now.
But, Mr. President, what do you think about, or what's your take on self-determination?
There's no way you can be a human rights activist and not support self-determination. I'm completely. It's a default position for me. You know, that I'm one of the few people in Nigeria who at the earliest stages of life, had my own self-determination position. That is, I moved away from my parental positions, village position. So I've pretty much created my own republic. So I can't not talk about that. But but there are bigger issues, of course. When you're talking about self-determination, how do you define boundaries? Are there issues we can resolve without breaking apart? One problem I have, which I don't think is a problem, is that maybe it came out of exposure. If you go to the US and you travel for 6 hours within the US, and everything is functioning, roads, water, sanitation, you get used to being in a big space, so you understand the problems better, that being in a small space don't guarantee you any kind of freedom or great life. You can be in a big space that is well governed and you love it. Everything in the US is big. It's a country they call Cadillac Nation. I'm not talking about the people. I don't judge people on weight. But there's a joke in the US that everybody in the US has an ego. That's why they drive big cars, because they have to fit their ego in the back of the car. But it's a huge country, and you'll be flying for hours. There are parts of the US that you could drive for 2 weeks and not get to.
Wow.
And there's a road everywhere. So I'm a lover of space. For me, I want the entire African continent to be a country.
Like that.
Yeah, where you can go to South Africa in the morning, and then fly back to Egypt in the evening, and then you go to Algeria and sleep, and then next moment you're in Kenya, and you can be everywhere. You can actually, there are places in the US in the US you could run from one part. There are runners in the US who run from one part of the US to the end.
Wow.
Yes, it might take months, but they run.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not that big.
it's huge. The US is
very
Like
big.
9 times bigger than Nigeria.
Nine times bigger than
I think it's more than 9 times. Alaska as it states is bigger, is the equivalent of Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Texas is 75% of Nigeria. Nigeria is only twice the size of California. So Nigeria is not big. It's why that's probably the reason they hate having arguments with me on TV. I heard that the TV stations now to invite me is a problem, because they don't know who to pair with me, if the person will survive the argument. Of course, we are not arguing with. They shield the people who should be having engagements and debates.
Yes.
They will never bring an article out.
We have a donation from Jim Olawa, who said he just donated 10,000 naira to the Zenith account.
Oh wow!
Take it back.
Then Giovanni Rasta is saying tomorrow morning 500 euros for a better Nigeria.
Wow!
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
We'll remind you
be
tomorrow.
very, very careful when you say tomorrow morning. It happened to me. My dad was supposed to travel with me when I was younger. He said tomorrow we're traveling. So, and in our village, tomorrow morning is determined by a cock.
Okay.
So I went to his door and started crying like a cock.
Someone is asking how much for 200 t-shirts.
200 t-shirts. We have the t-shirt printer in the house. Can you do your calculation and get back to us so that they can make t-shirt? Lawa Jimo, yeah, we've seen 10,000 naira.
Take it back. Take it back.
Oluwafemi Kehinde, 2,000 naira.
Thank you.
Fam Aderemi Michael just made a donation of 5,000 naira. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Michael.
Anytime we have listen now, money keeps coming.
Yes.
It's the
But
time.
they
They
like
stop
to see the
donating
face.
the moment.
But you know that's being sexist.
Oh
No,
God!
like
It's
anytime
not-
Why
you have
is
saying that
Femi
to the
such
right.
a hater?
No,
I don't
I'm
get
not saying that it's not sexism. I'm just saying we're just talking about engagement.
It's fact.
There are people who are like want to get her number to talk to.
From Dubai.
But someone just said he misses me now.
Yeah, a guy.
A guy.
A guy.
That's just the
That's
funny
good.
thing
No,
about
but
it.
That's
lots
good.
of
He
guys
missed me.
have been. They said you're a younger version of Sowore.
Oh, interesting.
No, I
I
don't want
know.
to be like that. I do not want to. Be like
Same here. Seriously, I don't want to go through.
When I was at the university, this happened at the University of Lagos. I walked into this woman who was telling her son, under any circumstance you don't have anything to do with the guy they call Sowore. I sent you to school to graduate. I heard there's a guy on this campus, don't have anything to do with him. Oh. So I was walking past the guy, so he's like, the mom is like, oh, so you know yourselves.
There's a question. Please, can you start bringing in state coordinators to brief us about their state happenings?
Yes, that would be great. That's a good suggestion. We can be doing that virtually too, where
Yes,
we'll
we'll
do.
invite them.
We can do more than
We'll
one.
start a
Fantastic.
Facebook Live.
People are very, people are very brilliant out there.
And
Brilliant
attentive.
idea. Yeah,
Those are very
brilliant.
Very attentive.
Very brilliant people. That's why we cannot afford to be governed by dumb people.
Yes,
Whatever,
yes,
right?
that's just
Yeah.
it. That's just it. So, still on self-determination.
Yes,
and,
I know that I was rambling all over the place. No, I wasn't trying to bail out.
It's the discussion and self-determination, restructuring, and all those debates that have heated the polity right now, especially starting from last year. We also have discussions on Yoruba Nation. You have discussions on region of Niger Delta, Rondell, and all of this. So, are you of the opinion that seceding from Nigeria is a solution, or seceding with the resources?
Yeah, I have a variety of ways of looking at these things.
Okay.
I've not seen clearly, except in the southeast, and not the entire southeast, where people have threatened to secede from Nigeria completely. A lot of people want a better Nigeria. I think they feel better in a better Nigeria than a fragmented Nigeria. I was around when they created states in the 90s, when Babangida created states. Between Oyo and Osun states, today they have not been able to resolve their boundaries and how to divide their assets.
Yes.
So, and my position is that if you secede from this Nigeria as we know it, you are still surrounded by Nigeria's problem. What are you going to do? Like construct a wall around your area? So let's say the Niger Delta Republic starts from where? It starts from Ondo State.
Yes.
So the map will now dodge Edo. Okay. Or let's say it includes Edo Delta. So it dodges the east. And then somehow it will resume again around rivers or whatever it is. It's going to be more difficult and chaotic. Especially if the secession is driven by resources.
Resources, yes.
You understand? So we will have another war. It happened in Ethiopia and Eritrea. They just
That was why
ended-
Biafra was also looking at Port Harcourt as being the capital of Biafra
yeah,
Republic when they became
so
a republic.
and
Because of the oil in
yes.
Port Harcourt.
And you look at also, so any form of a self-determination that's driven by resources will end up in chaos because there will never be enough to share, especially if you don't have people with good character. And most importantly, when you are surrounded by poverty, poverty will overtake you. But thirdly, anybody that is planning their succession based on oil, I'm sorry to say to you, you are running out of time.
Yes.
You know, you just discover that the day you finish the season, nobody's buying oil again. So maybe the new oil will then be cannabis. Yes, it could be. So you have to now secede back to those states and not
to the other states. You have the Kwale weed.
Oh, the Kwale, you know. Or the next resource might actually be solar energy.
Yes.
So Northerners will now be the people who have the resource because they will have solar farms in the place, and they now say to you, okay, where you had the oil, you mistreated us. Now you want to go and find job in Sokoto, in Kaduna, because that's where all the solar jobs are. What do you do? So people have to think ahead. You know, there's no clairvoyance in the rush to discuss secession as if it's as easy as that. Boundaries alone could take us another 10 years to define. Even if we all sit down and agree today and say, okay, we are not fighting over the breakup of Nigeria, you go your own. So you now get to Edo people will now say, okay, draw the boundary. You know. And what about people even within these smaller republics who don't want to go with them? For example, where I come from in Ondo State, we are seen as Yoruba, but we are Ijaws. And they just don't fully accept us because we don't speak the Ijaw language, we speak Yoruba. So we are in the middle there. We don't even know where we belong. Whether we are Ijaw today, tomorrow we are Yoruba. You know, even in this Yoruba land that we are in, the Egbas feel superior to the Ijebus. The Ijebus feel superior to the Aworis. They call some people Dekwe. You know, there's nobody that's even more discriminatory than Yoruba people. You know, like they are so classist. You know, it's like, oh, look at that one. Okay. You know, these ones are Araudo. You know, the Ekitis. Jebu. Exactly. They say one side is Jebu Riverside, the other one is original Jebu, the other one is fake Jebu.
Why now? Why
you know, so there's Jebu Jesha, there's Jebu Oyo.
You are not Jebu, you are Remo.
Exactly. Jebu. So
let's talk about it.
So and then they come, you know, there's a lot of things that needs. So I would think that if Nigeria were to be well governed and everybody feels happy and secure, people don't really care about all these boundaries. People are hanging on to what they can hang on to because people are suffering, and this suffering has led them to not want to have anything to do with the source of the suffering. And they see Nigeria as the source of it. Nigeria has a very bad reputation, you know, as a source of pain and suffering. Because when you carry the passport and you leave this place and you reach France and somebody pulls you aside, some 20-year-old immigration officer says, stand there. He doesn't even attend to you because you came from Nigeria and everybody is gone and you're looking at time. And you say to him, why are you? Oh, it's like, oh, you're still there? Nigeria. So what are you looking for in France, right? One did it to me one day. I said, I'm not even going to France. I'm just transiting through this place and you help me up. Oh, he's like, oh, I didn't know you were transiting. Yeah. So what do you think I felt at that point? I felt revulsion at the leadership of my country. Because I'm carrying a Nigerian passport. You know? And how you know that Nigerians don't really hate them? The moment we find ourselves in other parts of the world where things are fairly we are at peace. We are at peace with ourselves. We attend, we go to club, we don't even if a Nigerian arrives in the US in 2 weeks, he changes his accent completely.
You know, man.
And then anytime he has a chance to do it, I don't want you to call me Femi. Call me Femi. This Femi coming.
Interesting.
Because they don't want to be seen as this, you know, the pace and the race to just blend wherever we go. That's not Nigeria. It shows that we're like very upbearing people. We love it when there's no kind of identity that is limiting. But if there's no justice, if they break Nigeria into 20, it will still not be enough. Even within the 20, some other people will still want to break up.
And that's going to take me to this very good question, I think, according to my...
How do you determine
I,
the question?
that's why I said according to my
We'll
own
tell you if
opinion.
it's good or
Yeah.
not.
It's a good question.
All right.
And it is, yes, that, okay, we will all agree that Nnamdi Kanu has got that popularity at the point. He was just in fact, the most talked about guy. And so, let me put it to you, Mr. President, that if you were Nnamdi Kanu, what would you have done better?
Or differently.
No, I have said it. I knew him very early in the game. I don't know when he started, but he came to the US, and we're one of the first to interview him on Sahara TV. And what he did that I didn't agree with in the early, and I think he corrected it, was the idea of demonizing other oppressed people. Okay. So this whole thing about Yorubas are stinky, Hausa people are this and that, it was unnecessary. Because a lot of those oppressed people are also looking up to him as a liberator. I remember when OPC was first started in Lagos, I was part of it in the student movement. There were Igbos in OPC. There were Hausa OPC people. But the hardcore Yoruba irredentists came and drove all of them away. Because people saw OPC as a movement that was fighting for justice. And everybody wanted to be part of it.
Yes.
Because they said, look, if APC can liberate Yoruba, we too, they can help us to go and liberate us from our own oppressors. So, in a lot of revolutionary movements around the world, there's no one tribe involved. People go there, train, they go and fight in their own part of the world. Yes. That was what Cuba did for the rest of, for most of Africa. That's why Che Guevara was popular.
Yes.
He started fighting in Cuba, they liberated Cuba, he went to Bolivia, after that he went to Congo. They were fighting everywhere, And
he didn't spend too much time in Congo, he came back.
Yes, because one, they had malaria, and then Kabila was useless.
Yes.
And years after, his position about Kabila became self-evident.
He even said that Africans are not ready for revolution, so he came back.
So it's a combination of a lot of facts. So for Kanu, I think he's gone through the necessary growth, that people go through, and that's why I always recommend students unionism for people. Yeah. Because if you're a student union leader, there are certain things you would have learned at the beginning. You can be very popular. I said to people, I'm not saying this to diminish anybody, but we were also popular when we were younger. We were popular during June 12th. Or like these all the student union leaders everybody talked about. We used to appear on TV. We said things that people would be afraid to say, and things like that. So I think by now he's had his own epiphany. And he must have understood that. That's the only part I agree with. The demonization of other oppressed people. There was no need for it. The poor man in Naibawa, Kano is not different from the poor man in Lagos, and it's not different from the poor man. So when you start saying that,
just one language.
Yes, and at the top, for the oppressors, they have no tribe. Babangida marries Abiola's son, daughter, and all of them are the same. When they want to share money, Ganduje Ajimobi's daughter married, So it's the same way they carry dollar in their pocket. So that was the only aspect, but I think they quickly realized that, and I hope he realized that. Maybe one more thing he needs to learn is kind of characters. He's got to keep good company.
Mr. President, I have a question for you. You mentioned this in one of your interviews that the Constitution is one of the problems that we have in Nigeria because.
Do we have many views now?
271.
People have gone to sleep.
So because he said it was a fraudulent document that
the military made it.
The military concocted it and gave it to us, saying that it was the people that wrote it. So many governments have attempted in terms of doing a constitutional review and the rest of it. So how do you intend to approach that? Because it's not within your purview as a president to change the constitution. We all know
you can actually motivate people to change.
So how do you intend to
what has happened in the case of people who have tried to change the constitution in the past? That they've done it selfishly. When Obasanjo tried it was because he wanted a third term. When Jonathan did it, it was because he wanted a second term. So when you have that agenda, you find out that you will not get the kind of results. If they had done genuinely what should have been done. We would have had some
Yes.
far-reaching
Yes.
changes done to the constitution. In fact, at that time, Nigerians were calling for a change in the constitution.
Yes.
That they should pass through a referendum. There's nothing wrong with that. If we have a constitution that passes through a referendum, by now so many of the problems with restructuring would have been
Yes.
taken
Results.
care of. So many of the issues that have been raised in restructuring debates have already been debated and concluded. We just needed to put it and codify it and send it through the normal process for creating a brand new constitution. We've had so many countries create brand new constitutions. This is not rocket science, and I think we will do it in our own time. So before we go on, let's congratulate. These are regular supporters of ours. Tonight they're getting married. This is a congratulatory message to Mr. Tony and Monica EP.
Take it back, wedding. Take it back, wedding.
Yes,
Happy
it's
married
take
life.
it back, take it back, take it back. Congratulations to Professor Ikpe and family. Tony is, Professor Ikpe is one of our great supporters. He's based in Ibadan. His son, Tony, is getting married to Monica today in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Action.
We can't be there with you, but send us some, cake.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Me, I
That's
want
good.
cake.
That's all she
cake.
wants.
All right, Mr. President, let me ask you.
But before that, we have
What?
a donation from
Okay.
Samuel Anigbere and says, I paid 50,000 naira into your account.
Let's check it.
Let's check.
Yes, let's check.
Before we clap, so because we can take back our
You can
claps.
take out. No.
Then Bibbs East Styles 12 is saying, My president, how can I get in touch with Ikene Remo local government movement? I want to donate poster. I'm from Ikene local government.
Okay. Do you have the name so that we can send him a message? You can also send us a message, of course, on our
Send a
WhatsApp
DM.
group. Is
I think that's
08
from
He's
Instagram.
from Instagram.
Send a DM.
Instagram. Okay, send a DM and we'll get it. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
very much.
Thank you.
We have Owundue Cosmos promising 200,000 naira tomorrow.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank
Guys,
you.
keep them coming. Tomorrow is Monday. Banks will open, so make your transaction.
Questions.
Questions, okay.
Okay. First from Tolles Felix. Please, sir, what are your plans concerning importation in Nigeria? In
Just
Nigeria
general
border.
importation.
Yeah, general importation in Nigerian border.
And Nigeria border.
Okay. Well, I think we've spoken about
Yes,
it,
we
but
have.
we'll say it again that maybe the person needs to be specific. Importation is a broad
Yes.
topic.
Importation of what?
We're here till tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And all these three people you have on the couch, they can talk.
Because let me just drop my own question, and it still has to do with this
And it's
self-determination
a
thing,
very good
because
question.
it's a very good question, because this debate is coming up again, especially with the reappearance of Nnamdi Kanu. It's coming up, and so I want to say, Mr. President, when you become president and you have an Nnamdi Kanu, another Nnamdi Kanu, how will you handle that situation?
Oh, it's
Who is calling for Biafra? Who is calling for Oduduwa nation?
Yes.
How will you handle that situation?
In fact, there will be a lot of those people because they will understand that we're coming from a democratic background,
Okay.
and that, in my view, is the reason why we would definitely have to create a new constitution that will resolve so many of these problems. The reason why these issues are cropping up over and over again is because we're ducking away from them.
Yes.
Each time they come out, we just find a way to either placate, or
Jail-
suppress
jail
people.
the
Yes.
person.
What you do is, I want to see Nnamdi Kanu and all other militants go to a conference, stay there, lock themselves up, and say what they want. Let him meet the one from the south, the east, and the north. Let us have a discussion about what we want, and we can't keep deceiving ourselves that these problems will go away simply because we wish them away. But you will be surprised that kind of an opportunity for people to have conversation, including all of us. Nnamdi Kanu is not the only person who wants a discussion about Biafra.
Yes.
There are other Biafrans also who have a different opinion about this. Everybody will come together and have a conversation. There are people who have businesses all over Nigeria who want Nigeria to even be bigger than the way it is, and they are from Biafra too. What I keep telling people is that the cry for Biafra is a cry for justice.
Yes.
It's a cry because people are marginalized. Imagine if you if they have good roads in the south, if they have electricity and they can do business and make money and have their dreamland, do you think people will really want to care whether there's it's because if you can go to if I can go from Lagos to Biafra tonight, Onitsha, without having to be afraid of kidnappers and good roads, electricity, or I can get on a train. Do you think anybody will really be like, oh, the only thing I want is to break up? Every year in the US, people call for the breakup of the US. When Obama won election, there was a whole militant group in Texas that said they want to secede from the US. But the moment the economy started booming, they just started, spending Nigeria. But in some cases, it's not as simple as that. I must admit, because there has been institutional injustices. Like as I keep saying, you can't kill 3 million people and just hope that one day they'll forget. No, it's not going to happen. You have to fundamentally address those issues. Bring people to the table, have discussions, conversations, and create documents that will bind people together. And when we then put the document through, even sometimes, and I mean it seriously, even a referendum for Biafra is something we should test.
Yes.
It
could just work.
It could just be like, oh, the moment the referendum passes or fails, we know where we are going.
Yes.
I'm open-minded about a lot of things because I know that people are open-minded can create open societies, and cohesive societies. But close-minded people are the reason why we are where we are today. So you want to keep your own side of. A lot of them have their own republics. In this country, people created Islamic republics through Sharia, and nobody could touch them for treason. When you set up Sharia in states, what do you think you're trying to do? You're trying to break up the country. But nobody was tried for treason for doing that. But the guy who gets on a radio show and says, I want to break up, then you can start trying him for treason. And you expect these people to feel like, oh, some people are superior in Nigeria, some other ones are inferior. I think that will get it. I know these issues are controversial, but you are here on the couch where controversy takes a seat. Well, controversy takes a back seat here because we get into bigger controversies here every night.
Yes. So questions.
Yes. You're done with your own good questions.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay, so people, please drop in your questions, your comments.
Michael Monday says, what is your plan about electronic ID of every Nigerian?
Every Nigerian to have an electronic ID. We already do now practically. It's not. We have 4 or more places which we collect bio-data of Nigerians. They have biometrics of you all over the place. What we need is data security. Have all of them in one place and secure. There should be law guiding who is in charge of our data. Right now, banks have their own, phone companies have their own, the national ID has their own.
So even their planning.
It's
national planning and budget.
They have all of them. The immigration have their own, but you should have all of. INEC has got their own. For instance, I think instead of even doing registration of voters every year, just collect all these things. When someone turns 18, send them a message that this is your, come and collect your PVC. It's that you don't need, in the US, the passport is collected from the local post office. You don't need to go to one passport office that we went to last 2 weeks ago. And the places, the moment you create those kind of places anyway, you are bound to have corruption. Because it's so difficult to get passports, then somebody will get desperate and bribe somebody. But in the US, you just drive to your post office, you go there, you ask the postmaster, they'll give you a form, you fill it, they'll collect it back, if you want to expedite it, you do it, and in 2 days you get your passport. So you don't need to bribe anybody, and it's a crime for anybody to ask you for a bribe to get your passports. But here is a crime not to give a bribe.
Not to give a bribe.
To get the passports.
Wow.
Okay, Adeyemi Dairo says, Mr. President, can you comment on the EFCC releasing Omishori and Obanikoro's passports?
Oh, you know that I was responsible for getting Obanikoro, Onmishore, and Fayoshe through Ekiti Gate.
Yes.
It was the handiwork of Sahara reporters. So we have discussed enough about the hypocrisy of the anti-corruption war.
Yes.
This is just a major one again, where you imagine Fayoshe sitting down in prison tonight, and Obanikoro is in the US attending to what he claims is medical treatment. Is the nonsense that they call anti-corruption war, you know. So Obanikoro, who is the one who handed over the bribe to Fayoshe, is now going to testify
against the person who collected the bribe.
And so they're going to see each other, and Obanikoro is going to respond like, "Yeah, Shebe, I gave you the money now." And he's going to be like, "Yeah, but I collected it too now." And the government is going to be like, thank you for giving him the money. Thank you for giving him.
Because one is now in APC, the other is in PDP.
So
Exactly.
it's rubbish. It's and this rubbish must have expiry date.
Yes.
Yes.
2019 February.
Yes, 2019 February 16 is the
Yes.
expiry date of the rubbish.
Exactly.
Buhari rubbish.
So, Mr. President, I have a question for you. Well, how do you, what do you see about the Senator Shehu Sani leaving the APC?
Defection.
Has it gone to PDP?
No, we hasn't declared it.
He said he'll announce in 48 hours.
Yeah,
Okay. Maybe it's better to wait 48 hours.
Before commenting.
he might just want to come to ASU.
I doubt it. Shehu Sani is my friend, but I have issues with him. I think he was a letdown in this last Senate, you know.
You told him now?
Yeah, I told him to his face several times, and I told him, like, if you go to a Senate where we expect you to be, if we expected one firebrand in the Senate, we thought it would be Shehu Sani. But he went there, melted into the Saraki dynasty of corruption, and never said a word. You know, I cannot hold on to what he said. That would make me proud of my association with him. And I've told him that several times. So I wish him good luck wherever he goes. I doubt that he's coming to AC. If he was coming to AC, he would have contacted us. It's 48 hours in the last 24 hours. So, but I wish him good luck. You know, but he said something very key tonight. I watched somewhere he said Buhari should pick somebody. He's pretty much telling Buhari, "You are done. I'm done with you." That he should pick somebody he can trust to lead as presidential candidates. I don't think that Buhari is
Ready to
you know, Buhari is capable of picking anybody for us. Even if he's not running, I would not accept a person that he picks. Yeah. I've been involved in development, so this is something interesting from what's up, and it has to do with renewable energy. Say, Mr. Sowore, I've been following your camp for the last 5 months. That's a long time.
Wow.
You've given us a lot of hope for the future. I wish you all the best. I'm seriously supporting your camp. By engaging my families and friends in Nigeria to follow you.
Thank you.
I spoke a lot about you spoke a lot about renewable energy. I'm pleased to say to you that I'm working for the UK largest bioenergy project.
Whoa.
I've been involved in development, commissioning, and operating several biogas plants here in the UK. We generate about 150 megawatts of electricity per day from sewage waste.
Wow.
Yes. A technology that can make Lagos self-sufficient in electricity.
Oh, Lord.
But I'll be glad to meet with you when next you visit London. Have a good night rest. Thank you, man.
From sewage. Interesting.
November, we have a big program in UK, November 10th, 11th.
So I have a friend of mine is upset with me. So my name is Peter from Delta State. I've been following you from Johannesburg, South Africa. I text this number, no response. This is how you will ignore people? No, I don't ignore people. Text me again, and I will talk to you after the show. Thank you so much. Can you please kindly comment on the spread of insecurity currently underway in Southern Kaduna, where innocent lives are being lost on a daily basis? What do you think can be done to avert this unending situation? Secondly, what is your plan to revitalize the image of our military and paramilitary organizations who are fast becoming political tools to perpetuate executive rascality? Wow, that's deep. You know, I've always said it. You heard me a few weeks ago when I said we need to get rid of all these army generals, paramilitary leaders. They have become a burden on our security forces. Our security forces are just top heavy. I've traveled in Abuja, I see army generals. And when you see them, you know that they have no intention of going to war front. You know, don't talk about problems. Trying to make me so, you know, they used to call them pepper soup generals. We need to really, really work on our security agencies to reorientate them, retrain them, and bring back the values of the military that used to help us defeat the war in Liberia. We fought in several places and come back home gloriously. But what we have now, we can't even defeat a ragtag Boko Haram insurgency. They said Boko Haram is even staged stronger comeback. Now you now have Southern Kaduna. You see how the crisis in Benue and Plateau and Adamawa and Taraba, everything is falling apart in the country. We do not have a commander-in-chief of the armed forces. That's the problem. All right, so let me go back to what's up. Keep engaging your people.
Okay,
Raising funds.
Yes, sound quiet. Thank you very much. So please, people, come on, donate. Zenith Bank account details, GoFundMe bank details. You can also do the word remit. So for Zenith Bank, 10060233871. Omoyele Sowore presidential campaign, Zenith Bank. And for GoFundMe, it's www.gofundme/Sowore2019. So please donate as little as you can. $1, $2 is going to go a long way. And if you don't want to donate today, you want to enter bank tomorrow, it's like 11:36.
200,000. All of us are here salivating.
If you want to donate posters, t-shirts.
Yes, anything you know that you can donate. It doesn't have to be money. So far as you know that it's going to benefit the movement. Please,
You want to donate yourself.
Please, exactly. You want to donate your vehicle to be branded. You want to,
Donate your
brain.
Yes.
You can bring yourself ideas, suggestions, whatever it is that is going to help this movement. So please do it. Do it for the sake of Nigeria. Do it for the sake of unborn children, so that they'll be happy and they'll be born into a very nice, very accommodating
world. Yeah.
Yes. So
not the kind of hostile world that we were born into.
We are suffering. So guys, please seriously keep donating. Like I usually say, we are not run by any godfather or god society anyway. Honestly, and that is why we come to do corporate begging here and now. The word is saying us begging, and everything that you are donating, we are saying it out. At the end of the day, you see account balance, and you see what we spend the money on for campaign, for Kawaka.
Our staff people are hovering around here.
Seriously. Some of them could not
So,
go
Mr.
home.
President, can you tell us about some of your itinerary that
Well, we're working to get to Australia this week. We have town hall meetings and fundraisers scheduled for Brisbane, Perth, Sydney, and I think Melbourne, yeah. About 4-city tours. We're looking forward to that. We might not. We're still working on Joe, but the big thing after that is, of course, UK. November 9th, 10th, and 11th. So we'll be in the UK. Those of you who have been asking us to come to Manchester, we're coming. London, we're coming. And, surrounding areas, the Oshodis.
UK people be ready?
Yes.
Exactly.
And November
By
6th.
November 6th.
Obafemi Awolowo University.
So we'll be there.
Yes,
We have a tight. We're booked. Fully booked.
Schedule tight.
Yes.
That's how we spend the money. Some of the money.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
continue to support us and
Please just keep supporting.
when someone asks me how do you get the energy, I get it from all of you. Honestly,
Yes.
that's where it comes from. Comes from you. Yes, you. Yes, you.
You wish.
That's where my
That
energy
is the
comes.
10,000 challenge.
10,000 challenge is still on. I think at this point we've reached. Let me see what Dear Chuck sent our accountants. We miss her.
Yeah, we do. And Rachel.
Rachel, come back very soon.
We miss them. Come back, guys. Come sit on the couch again.
We need you.
Those are
Need your support,
other reasons why people
financial
donate.
support. Moral support.
It's not be donating, be donating because of me.
Well, they are donating because of you, because you brought these people to them. So
Fola Shade Olushola just gave us $50.
Thank
Go from me. TT donated $30.
thank you, Sissy.
Thank you. It's just a TT.
Okay, T.
Yeah, double T. Yeah. Just like we have our party name Double AC.
Double AC.
Yes.
Zenith.
Zenith is having network problems. That's the only thing I can. We haven't seen anything pop up. But let me see. Sometimes when people donate and we don't hear from Zenith, they'll say something inside here.
Come on, guys.
So, Coach, say good evening to you, my humble, honorable president. Please, have you been able to upload the song title "Take It Back" by Charles, featuring Petus on SoundCloud? Charles, that song should go on SoundCloud. We have spoken to our SoundCloud people.
SoundCloud manager.
Can you reach out to trade union and Nigeria Labour Congress to support because the government can't help them? Yes, we will reach out. My president, honestly, I don't have a PVC, but I have been able to convince over 144 people. Family, friends, and enemies. And I will come home in December to do a big campaign rally for you.
That's the way to
Cost, and I'm positive that majority of the people in our Greek and the Korodu area will vote for you. I promise you that I've donated to this campaign. I will continue to donate every month.
That's the way to go. Thank you very much.
Take it back.
Take it back.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Take it back.
That's why when people complain about grassroots people are not doing grassroots. This is the way to do grassroots. One person should tell the next person, another person tells the next person, and that's grassroots.
See,
everybody has a root in the grass.
One thing I've said that I know is that after we're done with this election, we would have recreated the way politics is done in Nigeria. Ideas will replace money.
Yes.
Grassroots will become virtual.
Yes.
The analog will be replaced by digital.
True.
What's happening with our friend in Oyo State? The inconsequential minister.
No, he's already. I spoke about him earlier.
It's
already. You told him these days one would have to be very careful with. You told him that by this time next year he will not be smiling.
No, so
but
before the election, he is now
September already is going to be a former minister. I think maybe next week, this week, because he's being pressurized to resign. So one has to be very careful with Sowore. That's just the summary. So we want to know the inconsequential.
My
And he has
wedding
also
is
lost
coming up on December 1st in Zaria. You and the entire Take It Back movement are cordially invited.
Go one day.
Zaria.
You should give your name though. I always ask people, give your name.
Give your name now, Zaria. Let us come.
So people don't want to give their name. Maybe you know how these weddings happen. Somebody has to lose out for somebody to get the wedding. So they don't want to panic buttons and alarm. You don't want people straight up on the wedding day as like, I mean, it's supposed to be you.
So guys, please keep donating, keep donating. Thank you so much for everybody who has actually donated today, yesterday, days we've not been online, days we've been. Thank you so much. Please keep donating. In fact, if you can do it every day, every week, we don't mind. Trust me, we don't mind. We need every
Somebody
time.
get a comment here. Good evening, Mr. President. Don't you think it's okay to extend this all to the hospital, like paying a surprise visit to the hospital? At least those people also need some love.
Oh,
That's true.
We don't know the value of health until we see it.
Exactly. I valued health in the last few days. That my nose was running, I was having cold, I was in bad shape. Just running nose.
Thank you for that suggestion.
Thanks for that suggestion.
Thank you for donating your brain.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we are saying. We have a horrible healthcare system. Horrible healthcare system in Nigeria.
Somebody asked me today at the Aquabon, said, "Do you go to Nigerian hospital?" I told him, I was like, "I've been everywhere. Hospital, Babalawo, Abalis, everything.
Churches, mosque.
Everything. It's amazing how people survive this country. How people survive in this country. Well, it's two ways: how you survive this country and how you survive in this country. Exactly. In every sense,
We're only existing.
Oh yeah, we're not living.
That's true, and we have to start living. So because we want to start living, is why not leaving, but living is why we keep saying donate so that we can win in 2019, and all of us can cease to just exist but start living properly. So we'll survive the country and survive in the country. That's the idea. I mean, people in the diaspora should be able to come back home. They should want to come back home. Willingly, decide to stay back in Nigeria. Because me like this, my load is at the airport already. If anything happens 2019, God forbid, I'm leaving. So
I have to announce health. We have a brother in the house who underwent surgery tonight. I don't want to mention his name. But he said it's successful. He's a member of the Take It Back. Very hardworking. So he just sent me a message that he had a successful surgery. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, bro. You know yourself. We're with you here.
He's strong.
Thank you so much.
We love you.
Yes.
We love you so much.
So it's 11:45. I think we can call it a day.
Yes.
One thing I love about you guys is that whether we're on air or not, you donate.
Yes.
Can you take a picture of us
on the couch?
Yeah, on the
So,
couch.
Mr. President, quick one.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe the last question. Can you address specifically? A lot of people do complain that you look fatigued, you look tired, and they want to know if it's really. Is it true that you're tired or just that way? That's the way you look.
That's how I am. Anybody who says that, just say, I would just say, Father, forgive.
Me, I have
most
a
times
different
when
opinion.
What's your opinion?
When you go abroad, or let me say, when you go in the abroad
yes.
and come back, that airport time is always like, oh my God, they've buffed him up. Very fair. But give him 2 days.
No, okay, 2 days.
He's not even trying. 2 days inside Nigeria.
No.
You look like no,
you better get used to living in Nigeria.
I think it's the weather.
What's your opinion?
No, why did she just say that?
It's the
No,
weather.
so it's that is there, but the other part is that I just have this look that I've always had.
Innocent look.
Innocent look.
So I look tired, but
Tired
I'm sometimes when I look tired is when I'm actually strong on the inside. But that's just me, it's difficult. I'm not blessed with great eyes. My eyes are barely open, so. But I'm strong, and I was tired the last few days because I was sick, but now I'm back and feeling better, strong.
And stronger.
Yes.
Those that are seeing him look tired are understanding that Nigeria is tired and Nigerians are
I'm tired and sick of sick and tired leaders.
And that was the opening line.
Collaboration, exactly.
That's
it.
When he said,
thing.
I know you people are expecting the best from me, but I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm tired. I'm like, what?
No, I
No,
said
he said I'm sick.
I'm sick.
Like, what? I'm
And then
sick and tired.
tired of this
That's the line.
And
That's
then
the line.
Obafemi says, my president, I would like to donate 2 big billboards of AAC to Idepe and Okitipupa.
Idepe? Wow.
Idepe and
Fantastic. Thank you.
so much.
We were there
Thank you
the
so
other
much.
time.
Can we
Follow
note?
up.
Can we note that?
Idepe.
Follow up.
We were there last week Sunday, right?
Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so much.
the Idepe man.
Idepe?
Idepe.
It's not Idepe.
Idepe. Oh, sorry. Idepe.
So, sir, is it time?
We're tired.
It's your couch.
We're tired of working in another country in Austria. If you win in 2019 presidential election, I'll come back home and
That's
work
what
in
we're
my
saying.
home.
That's
All we need is
back.
light and good
That's the
healthcare
goal.
system and good roads. With
Yes.
this, Nigeria will be great. From
Yes.
Imariago or Samo Diame. You guys had to give it to me. I know how to pronounce it. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I couldn't participate fully because of that Star Hall meeting we had with the Akwa Ibom brothers and sisters in Ajah area of Lagos. So if you are in Australia, it's good morning.
Yes.
Yes. If you're in Nigeria,
It's good night.
good night. If you're in America, it's probably
Good evening.
Good
good evening,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
You know, where else could you be? Wherever you may be
Everywhere is
tonight,
good
this
day.
morning.
It's
You
good
know,
day.
it's great to be with you, and thank you for keeping faith with the movement.
Yes.
And our broadcast every night. We'll be back tomorrow. Same place, no, same time. No. Yeah, we'll be back sometimes tomorrow. Probably we'll be on the road with the cash tomorrow again. So see
You
you.
never can tell we're updated.
Yeah,
On
we'll
the
keep you
road, on the
updated.
couch, on the
Exactly.
But
road.
regardless,
Turn on post
you know,
notifications.
keep
Notification, yeah.
Zainab will keep you updated about how things are moving.
So that I can
So
keep doing
please, before we leave, we are calling on all our members all over the country to start doing grassroots campaigns.
it. Yes.
You know, I know you are waiting for us to say go and do it. No, you don't need for us. You know, if you need posters, you need handbills, let us know.
Sticker.
You don't have to get those things to go to the market and say, hey, this is well, you need to show them. So, and please let us know. We need a whole week of just grassroots,
Yes.
you know, sensitization of
That they
people.
will be.
But, you know, like from now, starting from tomorrow, Monday, go out there and tell at least 144 people. Yeah, like that I want to
Yeah.
about AAC and our
About
presidential candidate. And I'm no longer an
That's
aspirant.
right. Go and take it back.
Take that back.
Take that back.
Presidential aspirants.
Candidates.
Take that back.
Presidential candidates.
Yes.
We also have several positions that have been filled. I mean, we have contested in a lot of positions and we're resolving some issues with them. But we've officially submitted our forms to INEC, so we're in the system. And we'll take it from there. Next time, have a good night.
Sir, before we quickly say good night, for everybody who actually, you know, is willing to go to the grassroots, you can do this for us. Please take pictures.
Yes, and
and
send them
videos
to us. Yeah.
and send them to any of the Facebook accounts. Or
I will be
Instagram
uploading them as they
accounts.
come in.
So that we can,
You know.
motivate other people.
You can go to church,
see
talk to people, go to the
anywhere,
marketplace,
just
Yes.
go to the local school,
pictures,
university,
send videos.
secondary school.
Beer parlors.
Yes.
Beer parlors, yes. A lot
Yes.
of people.
A
And
lot
they
of-
talk
in fact,
politics in those
Beer parlors,
places,
yes.
Yeah.
Beer
They do
parlors.
food joint.
Or you go to
canteen.
newspaper
markets.
stands.
Yes,
Yes.
vendors. Those,
Yes.
I mean,
In the
even
sitting
inside
rooms.
public bus, the way we have.
Yeah, just
public
start.
preachers.
Act as if you want to sell something to
Yes.
the people in the bus.
They will
Herbal
buy. You are selling
medicine,
something.
Yes.
You are
Yeah,
selling
like
products.
herbal
Yeah,
medicine.
herbal
You are
medicine.
selling ideas.
Tell them that you have this idea to sell to
That
them.
is herbal.
Exactly.
You know, and tell
That
them
is
that
organic.
this idea you have
It's
is the
organic.
idea that has helped a lot of countries around the world. And
It's
after, if they accept the idea, they will never need to buy medicine on the bus ever.
Ever. That's
They
all
would
you
listen.
need. So thank you
listen,
so
they
much,
listen.
guys. Thank
So
you
before
for.
we leave, we wanted to say a big shout out to the folks in Australia.
Wow.
We're coming to see you.
Yes, soon, yeah. We'll be in
And also
Australia.
in London. Thank
London, we're coming here with Manchester on the 9th, London 10th, and on the 11th, we'll still be in London as well. And we'll be everywhere in Nigeria. We're planning a 36 states
Right.
grand rally.
Yes.
We'll be everywhere. By the time we're done with them, by December, it'll be obvious to them that this election is
We
over.
don't even need
Take
to-
it
we just
back.
Action!
AAC.
Take it back!
we just
Those
watch
who
it
are
as
articulated now will be dearticulated.
Yeah.
No articulate.